All right. Welcome to the Crypto Factor. Welcome to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. My name is Paul. If it's your first time here, this channel is all about crypto, all about cryptopreneurship. And today we're going to be looking at the crypto markets. We're going to be looking at what my strategy is with these crypto markets. I'm going to talk about a few coins that I am in quite heavily, why I'm in them quite heavily, and what I'm expecting from them. So if you like that, sort of vibe, if you're vibing today, what do the kids say? There's new ways to say shit all the time. There's new terminologies. What is it now? Vibing. Are you vibing? Are you vibing with the Crypto Factor live stream? Hit that like button. It kind of looks like this. It looks like a thumb. Just hit it. This is my hit the like button thing now. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about the markets. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about altcoins. I will be answering your questions in the chat. Good morning, Chuck. I see Chuck and Straight Up Crypto. As more people come in, if you're wondering who I am, or if you're new here, if you're like, who is this guy talking? Why is he talking? First of all, I'm sunburnt. Well, not really sunburnt, but I'm tan because I'm in Greece. As you can see, just came back from the beach. But I have been in crypto since 2017, not just as a trader, not just as an investor, but as C-level executive. I've written multiple books in crypto. I'm doing public speaking. I'm traveling around the world. I'm actually what you would call kind of an insider. In other words, I've worked inside the industry, and that's the perspective, that's the value I bring. And this channel is about no fluff and no BS. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. So if that sounds good, great, stick around. If not, hey, there are other channels out there. There's TikTok videos for TikTok brain. If you don't have retention, if you can't follow a video, can't pay, I get it. There's some cat videos. There's some cat videos out there. Really cool. You can actually look for crypto cats and you see cats trading. I'm not joking. Go ahead. Go watch those, right? But for the rest of you, let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about the price. Let's answer your questions. I see Arhidia in the chat. If you're Greek, you know what that just totally threw me off, bro. But yeah, let's look at the Bitcoin price. And right now, on the hourly, let's just go straight. Well, on the hourly right now, we're golden right here. We had the factor line turn gold, so you are in here. We're just breaking this previous SFP point right here, so we should continue to the upside if we do. Let's just go to the 4-hour real quick. 4-hour just turned gold means a very, very good play here on Bitcoin. If you are not in Bitcoin right now, listen. Factor line just turned gold. Confirmation dot, gold dot on the factor line, touching the factor line right near support, the range bottom here. Perfect entry. This is your entry with your stop loss just below this range over here if you want to do it tightly, or below this low of 100K psychological right here, which we did say it's going to hold. We did say this is more than likely going to hold, and we were not worried. So just turned gold on the 4-hour. And if we go to the daily, it never turned red. It stayed gold ever since down here. So as you can see, the perfect play on the factor line here. And we just need to break 108,000. And if we do, I do believe we're going to break 111,000 up here for the all-time highs. That's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's bullish. Let's have a look at altcoins. And this is just crypto bubbles right now. What I'm looking at crypto bubbles. Let's just go to this one right here. A little bit red. It looks red on the daily, but you have to understand it was lower and it's starting to come up here. All these coins were lower than what they are now. Even though they're red, they were redder. They were more red. You know, now they're light red. Before they were deep red, deep blood red. Now they're getting a little pinkish, if you will. And if you look here, if we go to the hourly, you'll get a better picture. And look, something I have to tell you consistently, we're seeing our picks run hard. We're seeing virtuals here picking up. SWI, of course. And also, if we come over here to our other positions, look at Cookie. Like, guys, I'm just going to tell you flat out right here. I was saving it for later on in the video. But if you're not in Cookie, which we called before it even made the move, before people were paying attention, when everybody was paying attention on other ecosystems, on Base and so on, I said check out AI agents on Binance, on the Binance chain. And it was a no-brainer to get into Cookie. I was shouting as much as I could. If you didn't get in, I don't know what you're doing here. But Cookie, look, Cookie here is an aggressive play. I'm in very aggressively in Cookie. I'm also in Vader, and there's a few reasons for that I'll tell you in 1 second. And if we come up here to my favorites, I'm very heavily in virtuals, obviously heavily in Sui, very heavily in virtuals though. Those are my AI agent plays. AI 16 just because I want to play the Solana ecosystem as well. But these coins I'm extremely heavy in. And the reason I'm in Vader as well as virtuals is because virtuals, they recently relaunched, they did a sort of an innovative move to stop snipers and scammers and pump and dumpers with a point system called Genesis. And I noticed when it first came out, you either needed to hold virtuals to get points, so you can get into these Genesis AI coins, or trade on virtuals, which makes perfect sense, or stake Vader. And that was even before staking virtuals. So I'm thinking to myself, why Vader? Why not any other coin on the virtuals protocol? But they chose Vader, so I heavily got into Vader as well. So if you are not in these coins, if you're not into Hyperliquid, we've been shouting Hyperliquid. It's doing great. I'm taking more and more of my positions into Hyperliquid. If you are not in these coins, I don't know what you're doing. Then you're complaining, oh my God, outside of running. That's because you're in the wrong coins, right? So you just need to be in these coins. And some other coins I'm in, Pixels for Gaming, look, AI16Z, AI Oz right here, Fetch, I know it's dull, but Fetch, Walrus, Sui, Deep, these are Sui ecosystem, by the way. PAL, I think is going to do extremely well. We'll go to the red zone here, Cow. These coins are going to do well. If we have an alt season, these coins are going to do, look at Hype and Kook here. Even on the daily, they're just green here, right? And then you might be saying, Paul, yeah, alt season. What if we don't have an alt season? We're going to have a selective alt season. And if we have a selective alt season, these coins will more than likely run. And we will have a selective alt season. I made videos about this. You can count on it. Right? Stop listening to people saying they're not going to have an alt season and because the Bitcoin dominance needs to go down. No, the Bitcoin dominance doesn't need to go down for altcoins to run. The Bitcoin dominance goes on down as an outcome of altcoins running. But also as liquidity comes into the markets, altcoins have gone down so much, they need a lot less liquidity for them to actually pump, meaning dominance doesn't really need to go down as much, not like the way they're explaining it to you. It's wrong. There's a lot of myths out there that you have to stop listening to. Okay, yes, of course, Bitcoin dominance, it makes sense, go down so there's more money in the alts, that's why it goes down. But they're doing it like, let's see if it goes down, then altcoins will go up, or we need to cut rates for it to go up, or this, or it's all bullshit. It's all complete crap. Like, you've been proven wrong over and over and over again. And I don't understand why people subscribe to these myths. I really don't understand. Even though you see they're wrong, you see people make mistakes, you see them saying, oh, this is not going to happen because this is happening, and the opposite happens, you still listen to that shit. Why? Because you want to listen to the shit. Why? Because you're invested in their narrative. Stop being invested in the narrative, invest in your narrative. In other words, concentrate on what you are doing and what the markets are saying. Price talks. Stop listening to idiots and so-called experts. Even me, stop. Price talks. At the end of the day, price talks. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Stop listening to news. There's news for the masses, there's news for the classes. We never get the news for the classes, we just get the news for the masses, meaning we either find the news to fit what already happened through TA anyway, and we just try to justify the move. You see TA experts out there now talking about fundamentals. What kind of TA experts are these? I mean, if you are a TA guy, and you brand yourself as a TA guy, and you're doing technical analysis videos, why the hell are you looking at news? I mean, do you see the conflict here? Do you like, it's driving me nuts. And I'm hearing people all the time, one day they're bullish, then they're bearish, then they're bullish, then they're bearish. Decide. It doesn't have to change every single day. And I understand it on a TA point of view. YouTube channels need to do day trading, because if they didn't do day trading, the ranges can go on for weeks or months and it gets boring, right? Like who's going to listen to a TA video saying, yep, it's exactly the same as yesterday. We're in the same range. I was doing that for 3 months. I was losing subscribers and people watching my videos because it wasn't dramatic enough for them. They want the up one day, golden cross the next day. And that, if you're a YouTuber, that makes sense because you want to get the views. You don't want to be doing a video every 2-3 months, right? If you have nothing else to say, if you're a TA channel. Why are you following day traders? You're not a day trader. If you were a day trader, you'd know what you're doing. You wouldn't need to follow these channels. Now, I'll make an exception if you want to learn day trading and you're following day trading channels to learn. Yes, okay, I get it. But most of you don't do that. At best, you're swing traders and investors or long-term investors, meaning you hold over time. You only need to make 2, 3, 5 moves a year. The best traders in the world with the most profits only make 2, 3 trades a year. Why are you trying to be something you're not? It doesn't make sense, right? Anyway, I went off a little bit there because it drives me nuts. And look, I made a whole webinar on this busting myths. I have it linked down below. I think I have it linked down below. I hope I have it linked down below. There's a webinar. It's a free webinar linked down below explaining all the myths you're hearing. Like buy the dip, just keep buying the dip into a bear market. And then the other one, best time to buy is in a bear market. No, it's not. It says you're coming out of a bear market. Look what happened in the bear market. If you lock up in a bear market, then you don't know what narrative is going to come out as you're coming out of a bear market, and you miss the move. You get in. The best time to get in is as you're coming out of a bear market, not in the bear market. Does that make? There's so many myths out there. Watch the webinar. It's linked down below, I hope. And it's completely free. At the end of the webinar, I'm going to try and sell you a service. You don't have to buy it. You get a couple of emails reminding you about it. It's no problem. Open them. You're going to get a couple of emails. If you don't respond, you're going to get off the list anyway. I'm not going to keep you on the list, paying money to keep you on the list when you know you don't want to buy anything. It's just what I do. Like, I have a webinar, watch the webinar, I'll give you an offer, take the offer, don't take the offer, it doesn't matter. You still get the webinar, right? You have nothing to lose. Seriously. All right? And learn from it. Seriously, learn from it. Okay? Anyway, regardless. So Bitcoin, as I said, is bullish. Altcoins seem they're going to dump. Arhedia is laughing his ass off. I would too with a name like that. Brian K, my man, brother Paul, Go Factor VIP fam. Being good AI pump weekend. Your knowledge has helped me so much. You're welcome, Brian. Brian's in the VIP Factor. I don't like talking about, I don't like doing 2 calls to action or 2 or 3 calls to action. Let me explain what a call to action is. A call to action is basically when you sell something. You can sign up to a webinar, which I just did, for you to join a group, for example, or a coaching session or whatever. Brian's talking about the VIP Factor, $69 a month. You get free Zoom calls every month, AMAs with me. You get calls, you get my portfolio, you can ask questions. I don't like talking about too many call to actions. They're in the links in the description down below. Just check them out. It's up to you. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, and Mishra says, hello, Paul. I hope you are okay. Now I remember around 2022, you had some operation. Good to see you in good health. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Yeah. 2022, I had CAR T therapy. That's bone marrow transplant. Basically, what they did, they took my cells out, sent them to America, reprogrammed to kill cancer, a specific kind of cancer, shipped them back and put them back in me. It was very dangerous, lots of fun, what can I say? And yeah, I got out of the hospital end of 2022. It was 2 days before Christmas. I remember I wasn't sure I was going to get out or not. And yeah, I got out, and in the hospital, I was shouting to everybody to buy Bitcoin at $16,700. And before that, I called the bottom of Bitcoin at 15.6K. Before it even got there, I won a bet with Gareth Soloway. And I called 15.6K. And I was begging everybody to buy at 16.7K. In hospital, I had wires coming out my neck. with drips and shit, and I was like, no hair, and like, well, not that I have the luscious hair right now, but you know what I'm saying. And I was begging you to buy. And yeah, because I love this stuff. I'm dedicated to this. I really am. I mean, this is all I do now is YouTube. Ever since I got out of the hospital, especially, I said, no, I'm not going to work C-suite anymore. Stopped working for people in crypto. I used to advise crypto companies, by the way, and just said, yeah, heck, I'm just going to go all in on YouTube. And I just made the VIP factor. I made coaching available and so on. And that's what I do for work. So this is it. Hey, this was not available. This was available before, but as a flex. You couldn't hire me or work with me or anything like that. That happened after when I couldn't work. I had to reestablish myself. There was no way for me to work for companies. I didn't want the stress, but I couldn't either. I didn't have a lot of energy, only a couple of hours a day. And that's how I rebuilt myself. And fun fact, that was the third time I beat cancer. Third time. I've been struggling since 2015. So yeah, 2 bone marrow transplants and so on. But yeah, here we are, man. I'm here. I'm doing okay. Still in remission. I still have to do this infusion every 2 months, like with a drip for my immune system and everything. But that's okay. And yeah, I'm doing Muay Thai and everything. But yeah, and Jin Jero says, this guy still brings the hospital stuff up. I haven't watched in over a year and still the same story. Please move on. Sure, let me just do that real quick. Let me just... There you go. Now you're hidden and you don't have to ever chat again. So you can still watch, my friend, but I'm not going to see your chats. Yeah, almost dying in hospital while I do this. When someone brought it up in the chat, I'm going to continue being myself. And it's funny because, it's funny because I'm trying to show you how dedicated I am. And I just did it in the live stream and someone doesn't appreciate that. Jin Jeros or whatever your name is. Dude, like, you have no idea, man. You have no idea where it's up. But you can't face me, man. I've seen death 3 times. You can't face me, my friend. But yeah, I just don't like toxicity or negativity, so bye. You can still watch, you can still get the alpha, you just can never, ever, ever, ever comment again, or I will never, ever, ever see your comment again, and I'm moving on, as you said. Perhaps you should move on to another channel? No problem, my friend. Lots of channels out there. Go for it. Right, anyway, let's move on here. Cow gonna fly, cow gonna moo. Paris says, hello. I would like to ask which of Chainlink, Render, Injective, Near, and HBAR are going to run in the next bull run. Paris, look, I'm no prophet, but all of these that you just brought up, not some of my favorite plays. Yes, I like Render, and I'm in Render. I just made a trade, converted from Render to Hyperliquid just for the time being. I wanted capital to take leverage play, and I did it through Render, but generally I am holding Render. As for the other ones, they're good projects, don't get me wrong. I'm not really into Injective, but I do believe that other projects are gonna outpace them and will do better. So I'm in SWE, I'm in Virtual's Protocol as an AI agent play. Cow, obviously somebody mooed earlier on. I'm in Cookie DAO, and so on. These coins, I do think they're gonna outperform. And once you finish this live stream, once I answer your questions and everything, hopefully you'll have fun and you'll hit that like button. Maybe you're gonna go check out those videos, because I did actually release videos of which coins I'm in, which coins I'm in more, and I have a video coming out this week getting into specifics about AI tokens, which ones I'm holding and why, and which ones I believe are gonna outperform. So make sure you subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss that video, because that video is gonna be hot, okay? Hot. Not to sound salesy, but it's gonna be hot. Just like the weather in Greece, because it's hot. It's really hot here. The others, the chart shows that, yeah, okay. Hello from California, what's up, Cali? Any chance of crypto gaming coins comeback? Yes, as I was saying, towards the end of the bull market, we're gonna have gaming, DPIN, and RWA really shining. And I said we're gonna have RWA giving hints first. We are towards the end of the bull market. This is the last year of the bull market, beginning 2026 maybe. And I do believe that these are gonna start moving towards the end. And now it's kind of like towards the end. So we do have gaming plays. I will be giving more videos with portfolios of what I'm holding and why, anticipating this. And just so we could talk about strategy, when I believe this is going to go up, when I believe things are going to do well, I'm looking at two scenarios. Obviously, there's the third scenario that we go down from here and I was wrong. Boom. Because if you remember, in 2023 and in 2024, I was saying that the top of Bitcoin, not altcoins, the top of Bitcoin will come in end of 2024, beginning 2025, and then we're going to get into a bear market or what will look like a bear market. And the chances are we're going to have a shorter bull market. Towards the end of 2024, I said we're probably going to get what will look like a bear market. This was around the election time. And I said we're probably going to have what will look like a bear market and then come back up. I was calling for a dump before Trump. We got that. We took profits from altcoins into Bitcoin in December. Should have done more, but we did the move. We made the move. And then the only thing we pretty much got wrong, we got a couple of things wrong, but when it comes to narrative-based, or timing-based, what we got wrong is that dump in altcoin stayed down a little longer than anticipated. But we still called the mini alt seasons. We still did pretty well. We still made some great calls. Now what I'm looking at is there's two scenarios. Either we go up a little bit, then come down in summer, and then go for a retest confirmation and break out towards the end of the year. That's when the banana zone will happen, and that's when we need to be taking profits before it's cut short. Or we banana zone anytime now, but then you're looking at a much shorter bull market and probably a recession at the end of the year. Those are my two most probable likely scenarios. They are not the only scenarios. They are my probable ones, and I'm basing around those. Why am I basing around those? Because both of them base around the 4-year cycle. But now you might say, Paul, extended bull cycle, this, that. It doesn't matter. We have a 4-year cycle up to now. That's what I'm playing at. That's when I'll be taking profits and everything. And if we come back down, we start going back up after, and it goes extended, that's okay. We can get back in. Okay? But I'm not about to change my strategy for something that never happened, anticipating something that might happen. That is not a strategy, okay? We can reevaluate and see what we do at that time. B-Germ, my man, catching me live. Yes, sir. Crypto Clown World. Afternoon, Mr. Paul. Wait a minute. Hope you are as well as can be. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you. Sydney says AI GPU, AI agent. I do not know what that means or if it's a call or something. But anyway. Paul, it's Jim, James. Yeah, man. I know. I saw your channel, bro. Guys, if you want to learn crypto, if you want to learn the basics, James is a partner of mine. We're actually working together. We're getting a beginner's course out that's not as expensive as my actual course for beginners, that you can actually learn the basics of crypto. So check out Straight Up Crypto. His name's Jim. James, he's got two names. I don't know why. I don't know why he uses one. I think he's got he's like a spy. So he has one life in the morning, one life at night, and he's got like Jim and James. So or maybe I don't know. He's got two personalities and schizophrenic. But regardless, he's a great guy. You should go watch. You should go check out his channel. You should subscribe to it. He's a very cool guy. And yeah, so check out that channel. And yeah, let's move on. And let me just turn up the air conditioner because it's getting a bit hot here. Whew. If you can hear the fan, tough. All right. Your Mai Tai coach reminds me of Paddy Pimplett. Thanks, B-Jam. Yeah. So he's like a world champion, man. He actually trains with Zabidis. He actually took Zabidis down to the to win those competition. He won in Thailand. If you're wondering who he is, here, let me just show you him real quick. Give me a second. I started Muay Thai the last couple of months. You should check out. He's one of the best trainers I've ever had. This is him, Pavlos Keponis. We have the same name. Not the second name, the first name. That's his son, also going down for competition in K1 right now. His wife's also a champion kickboxer. But yeah, this is him, and this is the guy that's training me. So yeah, check him out. And basically, if you want to check out my pictures on, I don't know why, maybe you want to check out my food pics and everything, you could go to MC Paul D. That's me. You can see pictures of my dog, pictures of me at events, of course, and so on. That's in Dubai. And then, of course, here is some pictures of me training with him right here. And that's us doing Muay Thai. So trying to be active, trying to be healthy, trying to do what I do. Although I did pig out yesterday and today. Today not so bad, but yesterday was really bad. I went to a birthday party and I had 2 sangrias, about 12 or 15 donuts. The small ones, but there were still donuts. Some birthday cake. And then, I don't know, like 2, 3... I wanted soda water, but they had the sugary kind, so I completely fucked everything up. So today, I had a big meal. Again, it was oil-based, and then I had a big-ass ice cream. So I messed up. I messed up today. I messed up today and yesterday, I admit it. But tomorrow, I'm back on track. Today, now I'm drinking my Paul McGrath green mocktail. John says, greetings from Czech Republic, with some of the most beautiful girls in the world, by the way. I'm glad you're doing well. Let's take the money from the market into our pockets. So thanks. Nice one, John. Thank you very much. Do you think we may break all-time high in Bitcoin soon? Well, that's what we're going to see. I don't think we're going to have a slow decline, Henry. That's not what the charts show. I know a lot of people are talking about that. I think they're wrong. And I'm calling it out. I'm calling it here. I do think we're going to go up either suddenly or a little bit, then down in summer, then back up, then keep on going up, or we're going to go down a tad, up, and continue up, and then have a shorter bull run. And that's what I'm looking at. Addy's sharing his opinion. Your opinion on tech stocks, a good summer. So, good question. Right now, I'm not concentrating on tech stocks. I'm really not concentrating. I hold some NVIDIA regardless, and a couple of more. But I'm not concentrating because I'm concentrating on crypto, because I think that's where life-changing gains will be made. So I'm trying to do, there's a rule where you should do 20%. So 20% of what you do accounts for more than 80% of what's working. So I'm not looking at a lot of things right now. I'm just shrinking down to certain things, so that I can take advantage of them, and do 20% of what's really working, and then 80% really doesn't do that much. If you're making $50,000, just out of my head, $50,000 from 20% of what you're doing, and $10,000 on the other 80%, you might as well cut out the other 80%, if that makes sense. Paris, you always advise to have 50% portfolio in Bitcoin. This is valid also for the coming bull run, or should we allocate more in alts? No, it's valid for the current bull run for quite a few reasons. Number one, it protects you. It's kind of like a guarantee, because if all altcoins go to shit, Bitcoin more than likely, even if it just 2x's, will give your money back. But even if it doesn't, it probably will in the other bull market, in the next bull market, and give you more than your money back. So it's kind of like a guarantee. The second reason is, let's say right now Bitcoin's outperforming most altcoins. But even if it wasn't, even if altcoins were outperforming Bitcoin, Bitcoin moves up a little bit, altcoins move up more, but Bitcoin just sneezes and go down a little bit, altcoins go down even more. So by taking these profits from altcoins into Bitcoin, you can actually use Bitcoin to buy the dip. So that way you keep exposed in crypto, but you're still kind of like protecting yourself. But you're still exposed in crypto if you're bullish without getting out of crypto, if that makes sense. That's why I advise to have 50%. Now that might go up and down depending on the time in market, but basically that's why I advise it, if that makes sense. Farhad prefers banana zone now. Really? I don't. I prefer we go up, take profits, go down through summer, get another chance to buy the temporary bottom, buy it, then banana zone, make massive profits and get the fuck out, and just keep Bitcoin, and that's it. What about USA going to print cash and that always makes bull market on stocks? Okay, Ollie, why does that always make bull markets on stocks? And tell me why you say that. Because influencers saying it? Because people are parroting them? Because what? The experts say it? Okay, what happened in 2008? They were printing money, we went down to hell. Right? What happened during the COVID? They were printing money, but we went down to hell. Sure, we came back up after, but we went down to hell. What about dot-com bubble? They were printing like crazy. We went down. I mean, come on. Do I have to go on? Like, just because it worked a couple of times and we know there's a certain thing doesn't mean it's going to repeat every single time. What do you feel about staking? I don't mind staking altcoins if there's a reason to. If you want to hold long term, for example, I'm staking Beam. We also have a node you can delegate to, by the way. I also have nodes. I'm delegating Beam nodes. But generally speaking, I would never stake my Bitcoin ever. Ever. I was warning. I was warning against all these platforms, Celsius, BitFi, whatever. I was warning against all of them. They all went bust. No one listened. No one gave me credibility for that. But I was adamant. I was like, you do not do that. Now, if you do it with altcoins, if you do it with a small position, I get it. But do not stake your Bitcoin. And be very careful when you're staking. Because if the market just goes up, you won't be able to take profits. And you're just stuck. I don't like it. Stanko Novak says, just Bitcoin hype and Sui from Slovenia. Thanks. Okay. Just Bitcoin hype and Sui. Yes. A very good, easy portfolio, 3-coin system that can do very, very well. I totally agree with that, especially if you're new right now. And this is not financial advice, nor am I a financial advisor. But if you're new right now and you want to get into 3 coins, and you tell me, Paul, I have so much money, what should I get into? A little bit of risk. Bitcoin, hype, Sui, great. You can also go Bitcoin, hype, Solana, depending. But yeah, very good play. Do I think it's over for gaming altcoins, says Tony? No, I do not. I think gaming's going to do extremely well just towards the end of the bull market. When you see gaming starting to fly and making gains over weeks, maybe a couple of months, that's when you start taking profits aggressively on everything, in my opinion. Paul, your opinion about ETH? I still think it's going to ETH. I still think it's going to get to 8 to 10K by the end of this bull market. By the way, guys, if you are interested in learning how to invest, trade, and think like me, literally, invest, trade, and think like me, check out my course, Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor. It's just linked down below. It's not a cheap course. It's an expensive course. It's early bird priced at $1,297, so it's not for everybody. I'm not expecting any of you to buy it. I really am not. It's not for everyone. But it does go into how I personally trade, how I personally invest, and how I think, how to think like a contrarian. And it's got the factor line. It's got the factor line indicator, which I use on my live streams. If you saw this before, you get this for free, lifetime. You will be able to buy this for $129 a month, but if you get the course, it's free for life. This has different things in it, and it also teaches you how to trade using this. So it's not just about the factor line, but it actually teaches you, it's got different levels of settings here that you can use for intraday and so on. Pretty advanced, but it has the simple form as well. It's got the trend stacker and so on. But this, in its bare minimum, teaches you, and it's made to be able to trade and think like me. You don't need it. You don't need it to make money. You don't need it to trade. I'm not saying it's the best indicator in the world. I'd be biasedly say yes anyway. But it teaches you how to trade for me, and you have it for life. And it's actually very, very cool. So if you like that, if you're interested, go ahead, check out the link down below. Maybe you want to check it out. That's all I'm saying. And no, there's no discount. It's early bird price. It's going to go up to $2,600. It's at $1,297. Check it out. See if it's for you. Probably isn't. Probably can't afford it. But it's a really, really good indicator. Really, really good system. B-Germ, Paul, since you answer any questions, I have two for you. Okay. My heaviest altcoin is still HBAR. Would you recommend converting some of the plays from the videos shown in the group? Yes, back then when you asked, and yes, now as well. My second question is, if you have a plain t-shirt brand you recommend. Recently, I've been trying to find a decent thick plain, like these ones. Thick or, so this one's pretty thin, but it drapes nice. But I can't tell you the brand because I can't see it. Portobello in Greece. This is their brand. I have a couple of these t-shirts. They're pretty cool. And then I just go for Under Armour, man. I think Under Armour t-shirts have, and even shoes, have outpaced Nike and Adidas. I used to be a Nike guy. I became an Adidas guy. Now I'm an Under Armour guy. The quality they have and even their shoes are better. And some of the best shoes I bought were Under Armour. Better than my Nikes, my everything. So I would go with Under Armour or Portobello's or something like that. Just make sure when you get a t-shirt for it to drape nicely. So it's a little bit like more, thinner here on the arms and just drapes. Why are so many, M says, why are so many crypto YouTubers saying that the cycle would end the first half of 2026? Well, I'm not saying the cycle will end first half of 2026. I believe the top of Bitcoin will come in towards the end of 2025. It's just that if we have an alt season or a selective alt season, which is what I'm calling for, also will run a little bit more than Bitcoin towards inside 2026, beginning 2026. So I don't think it's going to end mid-2026. I believe it's going to end before that. Now, why the other YouTubers are saying that, why the other YouTubers are calling for that, well, you would have to ask them. Probably so they can take profits and dump on you in time. To be quite honest, 100 Under Armour for the guns. Pretty much straight up crypto. Pretty much. Check out his channel, seriously. Don't stop watching his live stream, but do go subscribe to his channel. That'll be really cool. So, looking at Bitcoin, 106K right now, from what we see. Nice candle here. That was the earlier on, if you were watching the beginning of the live stream, I told you it was the perfect entry right here. And boom, we're already going up. We're already, see, it was this candle here. We're touching the factor line. Easy. Your stop loss would be just under the range over here, or longer term under the 100K psychological, which, by the way, we called to get in. Or at least I said it's going to get here and we're probably going to bounce, and we did. And if you go to the hourly just to see what's going on right now as we speak, look at that. It's just beautiful. So, and we just broke above the range on the hourly here. So let's see if we break 106,900. Let's go back to the 4 hour. See how the factor line makes everything easy? So yeah, 106. So let's see if we get to 106 and actually break that. This is the factor, the trend stacker here just turned gold. So it's going to get deeper into gold. Let's see if that happens. That means there's momentum and volume. It stacks quite a few things together, the trend stacker. And that's what I use. I don't see many people use this, by the way. At least not the way I use it. And yeah, it's actually looking good. And I do believe that altcoins should start. Yeah, there you go. Hype, we just talked about it. Standing out on the daily. Cookie, standing out on the daily. AI Tech just making a statement over here. Go to favorite. AI16Z, nice. It was like a lot less before. Ondo, Fetch starting to turn green here, and so on. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's go to the hourly. Look at this. We're seeing a little bit of green. Let's see what happens. Low liquidity weekend, so it should go up easier. Fraudcoin, these are altcoins over here. Yep, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Curious to see what happens. I'm telling you guys, Hyperliquid and the coins I'm talking about should be doing very well. 001 says next year will be maybe same like this year. I don't know, man. We'll see. You don't need to look that far ahead, man. We can reevaluate and make changes as the time comes. Listen, when it comes to trading, when it comes to business, when it comes to life, you need to learn how to improvise, adapt, and overcome. I don't care what it is. Whether it's me in the hospital, which somebody, if he's still watching right now, oh my God, he's talking about it again. You have to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Whether it's in hospital, whether it's in business, whether you need to know when to pivot, when to jump ship, when to not miss it. You just need to improvise, adapt, and overcome. So this is what kept us doing well on this channel and in the group. We knew when to pivot. We saw when we were wrong, and we pivoted in what was right. And we weren't scared to sell at a loss and get into other coins that just were more powerful. And you know what? It makes sense. Especially if you're in a tax-paying country, taking a loss and getting to another coin, it's actually pretty good because you took a loss and that can be used for your taxes. And then if you get into the right coin, you go and it starts going up, then you don't have to pay taxes again until you sell if you're in profit and capital gains, depending on the country. I don't want to talk tax. I'm definitely not a tax advisor here. Never listen to a Greek guy on fucking tax advice. You'd be stupid right now. Okay, especially if you don't live in Greece. By the way, I'm in Dubai, but like I'm in Greece right now. But yeah, it's like just do your own research on that, definitely. But it makes sense to know when to get out. And this is a mistake a lot of people make. They buy the dip mentality. It's great, but you have to know when to stop. You can't just keep on buying the dip into a bear market. Too many people are trying to double down, just buy more, and can't admit they were wrong. It was the wrong move. You have to know when to get out. You have to think about trading and investing like a business. And I've said this example before. I'm going to say it again for anyone new here, or maybe some of you watching right now haven't caught this yet. But if you had a shop and you were selling dresses, and you had a yellow dress, you had yellow dresses, red dresses, and green dresses. Now the red dresses were flying off the shelf, but no one was really buying the yellow dresses. And your distributor came in one day and he said, listen, I know you want to buy red and green and yellow dresses, but I have the yellow dresses on a discount. Do you want to buy the yellow dresses at 50% discount? You'd be like, sure, bring them on. Fine. But then if time goes by and no one's buying those dresses and people are wanting the red dresses for whatever reason, what are you going to do? If the distributor comes back again and says, hey, another 20% down, so you buy more yellow dresses. What are you going to do? Stock up on yellow dresses that nobody wants? Then you won't have capital to buy the red dresses. So what a lot of people do, they keep on buying the coins that go down or haven't run yet, and then Hyperliquid or whatever is going up, like, oh, I can go up. I can't buy those right now because they're going up so much. They're going up. Oh, I should buy these ones over here. What are you, fucking moron? People want these ones. People are buying Hyperliquid. Look, listen, and it might change. I'm not saying Hyperliquid 100%. I'm just saying it's demand and supply. Markets are demand and supply. You have to think about it like a business. Why are you buying the losers? Why are you buying more of the losers? No one's buying this shit. You're going to be left with yellow dresses all over your windows. You'll be the yellow dress store. And then, you know, what's going to happen? Oh, shit, now I need to buy red dresses because everyone's asking for red dresses. Oh, my God, I don't have enough money. They're on the yellow dresses. Let me try and sell these yellow dresses at 90% discount, 95%, so I could buy 2 red dresses and work my way up. What the fuck are you doing? like you need to learn how to trade, and you need to look like it as a business. All right? Hit the like button if you can relate to that. Hit the like button if you understand what I just said. Because a lot of people don't get it. They're in denial. Are you in denial? Be honest. If you're in denial, do not hit the like button. But if you agree, if you understand what I just said, hit the like button. No one's hitting the like button. Everyone's in denial. What are you doing? Why can't you hit the like? Are you busy? What are you doing right now? Like, someone disliked. Someone disliked. Oh man, someone really disagreed with that one. That was awesome. That whoever you were, that was some funny shit. I like that. I really like. I don't care if you can unsubscribe, but dude, all respect to you. That was really cool. Just nobody else do it. Okay. But yeah. In the USA, you can up to 3K capital gains for loss. Got it. Okay. I don't know how it works, man, in the US. Hopefully Trump will make it better. I don't know. I'm just going to turn on the air conditioner even more because all this laughing, it's getting hot. Henry B. True. I once doubled down on brown dresses with lime green polka dots. Yeah. Makes sense. Paris says, do you have plans coming to Greece? I'm in Greece right now, man. We opened up a company in Dubai. I'm a Dubai resident, but I also live in Greece. I'm back and forth. But I'll be in Sweden next week for Nordic Blockchain Conference. I'm going to be speaking there. I'm on the panel. I think I'm moderating a panel as well. So I'll be there. Then I'll be back in Greece for Web3 Summit. I'm going to go check it out. Then I'm going to Turkey for Istanbul Blockchain Week. Then, right after that, Germany for conference, and I'm speaking at conference. And then I'll probably be in Dubai around October-ish. We'll see, depends, probably for my birthday. But I'm in Greece right now, man. I have a couple of apartments. I have an apartment here, well, a condo apartment, whatever you call it. And I also have a beach house near Corinth. So I'm already here, man. I'm English father right now, if you're wondering. But yeah, so watch out for those red, green, and yellow. Like if you're watching, like really seriously, I know I'm trying to make it funny and I'm saying funny things and I'm laughing and swearing. But seriously, you have to think about it like a business, and you have to learn how to improvise, adapt, and overcome in anything you do in life. And you have to start thinking. People don't think, right? Paris, greatly father. Yeah. And there's the golf. And no, I don't play golf. I do Muay Thai. But yeah. Anywho, check out the description down below for that course if you guys want, if you can. You don't have to buy it, by the way, but for those of you that can and may want, if you can afford it and you may like it, look, it's Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor. You can find it at cryptomarketingcoach.com course, right? You should be able to do the factor line in Google. That's not what the factor line is. Anyway, you could do the factor line, one word, .com. And then that should take you straight to this page. Just check if it works. It should work. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, thefactorline.com. And look, discover my secrets to profiting from cryptocurrencies. This talks about a lot of dresses. No, just kidding. It talks a lot about how to view investing and trading like a business. You have the factor line buy and sell signals, trend stacking indicator, DSA strategy, and proven confirmation. You get this free forever with lifetime access. But look, you're learning all this stuff here. Let me show you. And look, you can check this out. Look, free preview. You don't have to buy this course, but at least go get the free previews and see if it's for you and see if you get some value from it. So if you come to curriculum right here, look, why you should never buy in a bear market, free preview. Check this video out, right? Or look, everyone needs to understand candlesticks in crypto. Most use them wrong. Free preview. See how people are using candlesticks wrong. There's a lot of influencers out there, a lot of experts showing you how to do candlestick trading. Check out the videos. See if they're right or wrong. Maybe I'm right. Maybe they're doing something. At least fix it and then continue watching them. But at least fix a few things they're doing wrong over there. And then you can also do a free preview of the factor line and see how it works here, and also the factor flow, which is an update to the factor line. And then you have Think Like the Crypto Factor. Again, free preview, when to take a loss, the smart way to cut your losses in crypto. A lot of people wondering how to take a loss in crypto or how to exit markets, the turkey story. There's a turkey story here. It's a good video. And there's more being added all the time. There's gonna be more videos added. This is the early bird price. Sorry, let me just come back down here again. This is the early bird price at $1,297. This will go up to $2,600. Look, right here. Full price, $2,600. Early bird, $1,297 while I get the other videos up. Get your feedback and get more videos. People are already having a cool time with it, a good time with it here. And if you have any questions, chances are already answered them down here. So check it out. The link is in the description down below. See if it's for you. Maybe it's not, but maybe it is. You have nothing to lose. Watch the free videos. Free, absolutely free. I promise you, you'll get value out of the free videos. I have no more soda and I have no more mocktail left. I'm thirsty. So let me answer a few more questions here, if any. Hi Paul, I have a question about the indicator. Will you help me? Will you help how to use it when we buy? Yes. The indicator tells you when to buy, but the course also shows you how to use it, and you also come into a factor, the factor line group, so you can have direct access to me and ask questions. And we're going to be doing workshops and so on. So yes, of course, check it out. And then Mohammed says, I really missed a lot pullback in trades. Yeah, dude, the factor line will help you with those. They will definitely help you with those, man. As long as you learn and you watch the course as well and not just dive straight into the factor line, even so some people have, but they made some profits. But again, in a bull market, it's easy. You got to watch the course so you understand how to use it and learn how to trade. But the factor line is built in a way to teach you how to trade fast, but also put all these indicators into one so you don't have to like go crazy. I use it myself. I made it for me as well, right? So check it out, see if it's for you. I really believe it will. And with that said, hit that like button, would really appreciate it. I have a couple of videos coming out this week, very important. One of them is AI coins, which AI coins to get into, which ones I'm in, and I believe they're gonna do extremely well, and which ones I'm most bullish on. So make sure you subscribe down below and do hit that notification button so you don't miss that, and check out the course. You won't regret it. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye-bye.